I have been a VTuber for about 3 months now. I have been streaming for about 9 months. I was a fleshy. I switched to VTubing randomly in November of 2025, just extremely randomly, was not planning on it. I had about 100 followers from my facecam fleshy days. I have lost quite a few followers from it, but I am still steadily growing. So I think I would be at about almost 300 followers now if everybody stuck around, but I'm almost at 200, so I've technically just lost like, I don't know, it's complicated. There's probably bots that follow me as well. uh but yes, we were using a face cam before we randomly switched, and I am going to reveal all of my stats in this video. But firstly, I want to get into some of the I guess the tips and the tricks and everything that I've learned during my time thus far. The first thing that I would like to talk about is models and assets. They can be kind of tricky sometimes, especially assets, but I feel like you get used to them eventually. And I feel like you really do need to cater the physics of those models to you specifically. I think learning how to do it for videos is very useful, but at the same time, everybody moves differently, everybody talks differently. Some people don't really puppeteer as much. I definitely, definitely do not puppeteer as much as other people do. So I don't exaggerate my movements and I'm like, oh, I don't do that. I have bad back pain and my neck pain is ridiculous. Quite recently. I'm going through a lot, guys. I feel like I've built a stronger community with the model versus using my face cam. Pretty much all of my lore of having a guild applied even when I was a face cam user. But not many people seemed interested in that factor. A lot of people have joined whilst I was using my VTuber model. My Discord is growing, slowly albeit, but it's still growing. I am meeting more like minded people, and I have friends who are also VTubers now, and it just, I feel more like part of a community than anything else, and I find it extremely enjoyable. Social media plays an important part due to discoverability being so freaking low on Twitch. However, I don't have massive amounts of personal experience with TikTok helping my discoverability on Twitch. I have gained a few followers who have come over from TikTok, but not many. But not gonna lie, my reach hasn't been amazing on TikTok either. I had one viral video and that was a while ago, but I can't really say that that viral video helped me gain followers on Twitch. I don't think it really works like that for me just yet, but I do need to pick up my social media game. But it has only been 3 months, so I'm proud of how far I've come. The last thing I want to talk about before I get into all of my stats is that it all adds up. I'm talking about money. How much money you spend on everything before you realize it. I have to admit, I like the fact that I can choose between assets and make myself a little bit more different. Even if somebody has my same model, because it is a pre-made, I know that I guess the coloring wouldn't be the same, or that they don't have my little snake buddy. Alolan. He's on my head, if you haven't noticed. I also have assets like Idiot Sandwich or Head Pat or things like that that kind of just add a bit more personality. But it does all add up. I bought the background that I'm standing in front of now. I bought two other backgrounds and they come in massive packs. And I bought assets and chats and all this special stuff, but it really does add up and you should watch what you spend. But now we're going to get into the the stats. So this is my revenue for the period of November 1st, 2025 to February 17th, 2026. It is around the time that I got affiliated in around October. I think I did my last Facecam stream on Halloween night of last year. And a couple of days later, I did switch to VTubing. So I am going to slowly grow, very, very slowly. My view count still wasn't amazing. I am a variety streamer, so it's kind of hard to build an audience, a stable audience that will remain, unless obviously you're here for my lovely personality. So we have $296.57. This translates to about 218 Great British pounds. Okay, so for any of you UK peoples like me, that's about kind of what it translates to. So let's go on to the subscription tab. So we have 43 subscriptions. This includes paid subs, prime subs, and gifted subs. So I have $30 in paid subs, $8 in prime subs, and my gifted subs is $50. And if we carry on into the revenue section of bits, the only reason why my revenue is so incredibly high is because of the cheering. So the bits is what kind of has been boosted me up like crazy. Only because I had one stream where somebody basically just kept sending bits. First off, it was singular bits, and then it was like hundreds, then it was thousands. So it eventually added up. Not all of this is that one person, I don't think. But it is pretty much all of that. It was over probably about $150 worth, which is crazy and it's insane. But I'm thankful because I have incredibly bad back pain as well as neck pain, so I need a new chair. And it did originally start off so that I could do a hand cam stream. I did end up doing a hand cam stream with my own money because payouts take a little while. So basically majority of this money I do not have yet. It is sat within Twitch. I have to just wait for my payout date. But we have 7 hours and 22 minutes of ad breaks. And my ad time is 2 minutes and 51 seconds per hour. So I think this is kind of about where I hit affiliate, and this is also where I started VTubing. So yeah, about the 6th of November. So ads in this period, all that it's earned me is $9.18. That's it in this one period. Ads are so incredibly freaking stupid. We don't get any revenue from them pretty much like at all, unless you like boost up the time. So it's like like a minute every fucking like 5 or 10. It's so stupid. So I think mine's at like the max amount, kinda. I believe it's 3 minutes for every hour. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is my overview for my streams over the last 3 months. My average viewers is at 4. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. It depends when I stream, but it's at a pretty solid number. And to be honest, at the moment, I'm not really looking. I don't have my viewer count on stream whilst I stream. It feels a bit counterproductive. If I look at my screen on my OBS and see my viewer count, I might genuinely just like my mood might shift. Maybe not consciously, but if it's low, I'm going to feel kind of down. So I genuinely just don't look. I just don't have it on my screen so that I can just remain as I am. I can try to keep the same energy throughout the stream. Doesn't really matter too much to me. Although sometimes I'm like, oh, chat isn't very active. There might not be many people here like that, like right now. But a lot of the time people lurk in my streams. So, and that's completely fine. That is completely fine. So, my follows. My follows has been a bit of a roller coaster because I was using a face cam before. I kept losing followers who obviously just weren't into VTubing. So I did lose quite a hefty chunk. So I feel like I have more so grown, but we would probably be at about 300 followers by now. And I kept getting bots follow me as well. And it was just kind of strange because like I would get a follow and then like a couple days later I'll drop down again, and then like a couple days later I'll drop down again, and I'm like, what is going on? I have no idea. But I think it genuinely is because of my face cam days and also just potential bots. So from the same period we go into the discovery page. As you can see, this is a bit crazy. This is just kind of like where the views come from. So it is mostly from Twitch. My tags are very important. As you can tell, I do use a lot of tags. Sometimes it depends on the game. But K-pop brings in quite a few because I listen to K-pop on streams whilst I do writing streams sometimes. Sometimes I read books or talk about books. And then I have my anime, my writing, my VTuber, English VTuber. So I've got this VTuber EN. That's the same as EN VTuber, just I'm English. I'm a talking English VTuber. And obviously I am a VTuber. I am a dragon. That's about that for those. And I from this time period I had new engaged viewers is 89%. If you look at it from like the last like month, my returning engaged viewers is higher and this is lower. And my views by platform, so it's pretty balanced between the web and Android. But iOS is also obviously up there. But other than that, it's pretty dead. It's pretty dead. So this my views by location stats is kind of funny. Um, this is so incredibly high because I'm pretty sure I only have one viewer who's from Sweden, and sometimes he has to reconnect like freaking 20 times when he's away sometimes, and it boosted up this stat by like 20% like about 2 weeks ago, and it was hilarious. It was so incredibly funny. But yeah, my United States coming in clutch, but also United Kingdom is I'm not gonna lie, it's 10% behind, which isn't really all that impressive, but still. So you have my go live notification. Obviously, engagements is how many times people will click on it. So like from my last stream, I had 2 people click on it, and then the other time before I had 4. So that just goes to show how much of my followers this is reaching, and how many of them actually click on it. Not like half the time when I get notifications through, I'm asleep. I'm like dead. But yeah, that is my time as a VTuber over the last 3 months. It's been slow, but it's been fun. And honestly, sometimes I don't even realize where the weeks have gone. It blends in incredibly freaking fast. I do work, I go to uni, I stream, I have other hobbies, but I will link my channel below. I will also link my socials. So if you want to come have a little peek during streams, you're more than welcome to. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like the video. If you like the video, I don't really mind if you give it a thumbs down. Engagement is engagement. Please don't. I wanted to push my algorithm. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, that's it from me. Bye bye.